In the past, men were classified as either alpha or beta males, meaning they are neither alpha nor beta and instead follow their own rhythm. Sigma males receive a lot of attention for both their positive and negative traits. But what really draws people in is what we still don't know about these personality types. Describe a Sigma man. A Sigma male is a man who chooses to live outside of society's typical social dominance hierarchy. These men are known for stepping outside of their comfort zones, creating amazing things, starting businesses, being quiet, confident partners, and working hard. They are also very attractive to women, because they seem to be able to support themselves and forge their own path in life without needing anything or anybody else to fulfill their requirements. Here are 10 traits that set Sigma males apart from their beta and alpha male counterparts, in case you're wondering how to spot one. First and foremost, he enjoys being by himself, but he also appreciates being with other people. A Sigma man's preference for isolation is among the first things that others will notice about them, even if they may be charming and charismatic when needed. Sigma men are introverts who enjoy having the time and space to themselves, and they are never more at ease than when they are by themselves. Because other people treat them like energy vampires no matter how much those people mean to them. However, despite this, Sigma males still recognize the value of having important people in their lives because they know that they cannot achieve all of their goals on their own, which makes Sigma male relationships challenging, especially for women accustomed to men who adore and obsess over them. Sigma men are best suited for relationships with women who are not always in their presence. He is a leader who remains mute in 2 ways. When you see a typical leader, you probably imagine someone who is constantly on the top floor making executive decisions, or someone who is on the front lines with a horde of officials or subordinates surrounding him. Sigma men can be counted on to do what needs to be done. They have the ideal balance of self-reliance, introspection, and intelligence to figure out any problem and turn something inefficient into something productive. Alpha men are loud, confident, and intimidating. They don't look like people you would ever mess with. You would always want a Sigma man to be a part of your team since they have the assurance. When faced with a challenge or inconvenience, a Sigma male will never give up. Instead, he will keep working at something until he finds a way around it. These are the kinds of people who don't hesitate to go above and beyond to complete tasks, even if they are unworthy of a leader, because the goal comes first, not their reputation. He is capable of adapting to a variety of circumstances. Alpha men have the ability to take a situation or a social group by the throat and take the lead. However, there are situations in which imposing one's own leadership isn't always possible or advised. When alpha males don't get the respect or authority they believe they deserve, they tend to become a lesser version of themselves. In these situations, Sigma males have the advantage because they can be in charge when necessary. They don't need the validation of being the leader in a variety of social situations and power dynamics, because they are happy to fit whatever role is needed for them at any given time. This makes them more adaptable and flexible than alpha males, which makes them more successful in any situation without self-imposed expectations or pressures. As long as they are aware that they are being used effectively and productively, Sigma males can be followers, leaders, or in any position in between. The problem with this, though, is that it can occasionally irritate other people. Their unbridled confidence and unrestricted ability to play any role can come across as arrogance, frightening those around them. Fourth, he treats everyone around him in the same manner. Social hierarchies form a large part of our everyday lives, and we are first exposed to them in school. Most of us grow up knowing who the popular kids are, how you should behave around them, and how you should behave around the kids who aren't popular, and those habits, behaviors, and social structures follow us into adulthood. Sigma males, on the other hand, totally reject the idea that you should treat one person one way and another person, just because there are some unseen rules dictating what kind of person he or she may be. This is why, in contrast to most of us, a Sigma male is more than happy to treat everyone around in the same way. This is one of the reasons they make amazing leaders, because they don't restrict the voices in the room to just those who've maneuvered their way to the top. Because they aren't in competition with them, other people don't frighten them because they recognize worth and intellect wherever it may be. In order to be himself, he doesn't require a social circle of any kind. Because their personalities are so often based on the approval of those around them, alpha males often require structure. Because they find it difficult to imagine who they really are outside of the social circles they belong to. Sigma males, on the other hand, are made differently and don't feel threatened by the social circles they belong to. Therefore, they don't become overwhelmed by them. Unlike alpha males, they are not bogged down by social responsibilities. They also don't adhere to fads. He is the same person regardless of the social context in which he may find himself, and that actually makes him easier to deal with than most people. Once you understand who he is, you never need to relearn his personality again because he won't allow anyone or anything around him change him. Number 6. They frequently don't know what's going on in the world of celebrity gossip, and they can't stand the idea of being popular, let alone a social media influencer. He is aware of the significance of stillness. He knows the value of quiet. There are few things more important to a Sigma man than their own energy, so they tend to be quiet types who don't let themselves get pushed around. Sigma men are men of few words. You will almost never find them chatting and gossiping about the little things going on in their lives. This is because they don't care about small meaningless things that may no longer matter in a day. The easiest way to characterize Sigma guys is as dominant introverts. When dealing with a Sigma male, it's important to allow him the quiet time he needs. Sigma males rule the room simply by coming into it with their presence in their aura, whereas an alpha male may command the space with his words or actions. The majority of people are unaware that a lack of communication between two individuals does not always indicate a bad connection. Being the one to provide a Sigma man with the necessary space without making them feel uncomfortable can be a simple approach to become a pillar in their life. Unlike full-on rebels, Sigma males don't mind breaking the law or taking calculated risks as long as it benefits them personally. They don't do this to show off their power or win people over, unless it's part of their strategy, but rather to advance their projects. Every risk has a purpose. Sigma men are very effective leaders and partners because they have a great balance between practicality and idealism. They anticipate the best-case scenario and create circumstances that, while not ideal, are more appropriate and likely in a certain setting. Sigma guys are often at the top of the food chain in any circumstance. They have complex personalities and detest categorization. Eighthly, a Sigma male is incredibly self-aware. Unlike an alpha male, who projects himself outward for everyone to see, a Sigma male focuses on himself and how his actions impact his entire being. As a result, you'll find that the Sigma male in your life is rarely an archetype. They excel as athletes, entrepreneurs, intellectuals, and creatives simply because they can broaden their horizons and adapt to excel in any environment. Sigma men are very self-aware. They are aware of their strengths and actively striving to improve their perceived deficiencies. Rather than wasting time socializing, you can frequently find a Sigma man in his bubble. Introspective as they may be, they know how to handle social situations and understand how to come across as likable. Despite living their entire lives in their heads and not really seeking validation, they still manage to avoid drama and analyze what they could have done better. As such, they'll surely appreciate it when someone finally notices the very special things about them. Like the rest of us, Sigma guys are still fallible and may make mistakes from time to time. Nevertheless, they are quick to correct their mistakes and use setbacks as stepping stones towards improvement. 9. He controls his own destiny. Due to their profound introspection, Sigma men are autonomous self-starters who are rarely seen in roles other than executive and management. They have a sixth feel for inefficiencies and a talent for decomposing procedures into genuinely doable stages. It goes without saying that the Sigma male is extremely ambitious. He may not always speak up the most, but his morals and convictions hold true even when no one is around to hear them. As a result, the Sigma male doesn't really follow the rules and instead tries to live a life that best fits his unique personality. This is where his rebellious nature comes out, whether it be in his creative work or the relationships. He creates systems that are more supportive of his objectives and abilities while pursuing all of these things without conforming to strict frameworks. Most entrepreneurs are strong, masculine individuals. This persistently prominent quality in Sigma males encourages them to take a stance, make an assertion, and create something for themselves. Sigma men are intensely self-assured people who will do whatever it takes to achieve their goals and change reality to suit them. It's challenging to comprehend him. 10th, he's difficult to understand. Understanding the Sigma male personality type might be challenging as they are neither alpha nor beta, but rather distinct in their own right. Dating a Sigma guy can be challenging because of how his decisions and actions defy our binary conception of what it means to be dominant or submissive. Additionally, one of the hardest things about dating a Sigma male is that he tends to be quiet. His ability to solve problems quickly usually comes first, which isn't necessarily what you need. Combine this on an emotional level with a lack of interest in living up to social norms. Sigma guys are among the greatest partners out there exactly because they are incredibly self-aware. Although they may not always convey what they are thinking or intending because they live in their own brains, Sigma males might come across as robotic, unfeeling mates. This could not be further from the truth. However, that doesn't imply he doesn't give you any thought. The main characteristic of Sigma males is their solution-driven nature. They want to keep moving forward and help the people they care about. This obsession with efficiency can occasionally come across as a little callous, but it's his way of showing you that he cares. Actions speak louder than words, and no one lives by this maxim better than a Sigma male. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and tell your friends about it so that I can continue making videos like this. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell. Please be sure to view our other films as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in